This is AC Style Lord, aka Austin. Welcome back to my channel. And this video is for the Halloween movie marathon number 4, family friendly portion of this. So this is this movie does have Michael J. Fox in it. This movie was probably around right after or before, I don't know, it was 1980, 1980s when they made this. So Back to the Future was around at the same time. But this is Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox. It was an interesting movie. I enjoyed it, but there's some parts in here that are like I was looking at like, okay, the beginning half is his name was Scott Howard, and Scott Howard's just a regular guy that plays basketball. Everyone else sees him as a loser. He's not as popular. He has there's the popular girl, popular guys. He has a best friend that wears leather jackets, has sunglasses and tight pants, and they have the fun. They have fun the best they can get with it. The best that they can get with their fun, right? And he discovers that loud noises like a whistle. One day he was working at his dad's hardware shop because he works at his dad's hardware shop. So when the kid was blowing a dog whistle, that dog whistle with his ears, he had one long chest hair coming out, and then see his eyes getting red. He's noticing things differently now. He probably thought that was puberty or some weird things with puberty, but like he has also a best friend that's a girl. I do too. Um, More than a best friend, but you get my point. I mean, she's like a sister to me. Get that straight there. Um, but yeah, he has a best friend that's a girl that eventually leads into something more when I get into later in this review. But he just sees himself as an average life, boring nerd. I mean, not nerd, but like you know, just average guy that doesn't is not really that popular. And then he also knows that he went to a party. He also knows that his powers came about when he gets aroused with, that girl that was his friend that they kissed 7 minutes in heaven, I guess, in the closet. And his claws came out and her shirt was scratched up. His claws. So he kind of figured things out. Then once he went full wolf at home, his dad's like, "Oh, we should talk about this because I'm a werewolf. We're a werewolf. And werewolf people live regular lives." And once he transformed for his one of his basketball games, he became instantly popular. Everybody wanted the wolf. Everybody enjoys the wolf. Even the popular girl in the school does. And popular girl likes him, but also popular girl still going with her current boyfriend. So he's a little confused about that. She just wanted the wolf only. And also they have an opening part of the play for him to be the wolf and some of that. So he got really popular. Everyone, liked the wolf, and those of his dad put him down to size. Like, yeah, this stuff can come with great responsibility. And great power comes with great responsibility. Instantly, you think of Spider-Man. And they also told him like, well, yeah, one time the principal thing, yeah, that's all on me because I was taking out your mom. And then he scared me, I scared him, and he scared me because I turned into a wolf. But that's the things you just have to handle. Sometimes you just kind of put the wolf to the side. And eventually, he put the wolf to the side towards the end of the movie with the school championship, and also because he went to the school dance as the wolf. And his main bully from the other team that went to the school dance said, "Stay away from my girlfriend." Blah blah blah. That made him get the wolf out. Well, he was already a wolf. That made the wolf get angry, try to tear up his clothes, and they called him animal, and he never became the wolf ever again. Now, at the end, it shows that he doesn't need the wolf to be popular, the man that he wanted to be at the school. He was the regular person. Even the popular girl wanted him, but he's like, "No, I'm gonna go with the girl that's always been with me." Now, the girl that's always been with me, I mean, the girl that's always been with him, not me, but in the context of Michael J. Fox, me being Michael J. Fox, He was gonna go with that girl that always been there because they eventually. So I like the regular Sky. I don't like the wolf and anything like that. So they eventually became a relationship. That's what it is. But it's context clues in there that they become a relationship. But this spawned that TV show. I mean, this spawned the TV show early in on MTV Teen Wolf. But this is what the original source material is. And this was pretty good. Like again, first half he was the regular guy and he becomes and then the second half he's become popular. Now the popular part is cool because everyone wants to become popular in high school and all that stuff like that. Even let's say even amongst a church group, which I was a part of, called the Collective, there's still people there that try to be popular, still wanting to be popular, still wanting to be part of that popular group. Some people in that had sub genres of groups. One called the Vegas group. I'm sorry if you guys are watching this. I'm sorry, I know this shit. Um, the Vegas group, and then there's other groups of that underneath there. But let's do that. That reminded me of high school. That's the perfect thing to talk about. Teen Wolf, right? This guy, Michael J. Fox, Scott, he was only a basketball player, kept up his grades. He was a good kid. He just had the small amount of friends. Now, when he became the Wolf, he became instantly popular, right? Same thing with these subgenres. That's why mine, the Collective reminds me of school, some genres of different groups and all that stuff like that. Even dated a girl that wanted to be with the popular girls or considered as the popular girls in their church, but they were never her friends and never were going to be her friends. Now that's a little bit different because there's different ages in that, but here's the thing. If you run that place like a high school, someone wants to be a popular. Someone's trying to be popular. They have these different subgenres of groups besides the main groups they have at the church. Oh, we all hang out here in this group, in this chat because it's no. If you're not part of that chat, yeah. I mean, or people instantly get jealous of another person. It's all high school and instantly get jealous of this person and that person, or oh, you should go out with this girl, or I'm telling you, if you do this and this, your girlfriend will be happy. No. This is what instantly this movie instantly reminded me of that. Now I am talking about a Halloween movie marathon movie, but that reminded me instantly of that because this is a movie called Teen Wolf. Teenagers are in high school, and same tropes in this, the same tropes in the regular other high school movies that you see like Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and all those other movies fall into this movie as well. It also falls into real life when you have these different groups of people, the jocks, the nerds, the geeks, which they're also still nerds, but different band nerds, the chess club, some of that, the drama. The Papa Girl was the drama nerd. She was into acting, into doing a stage performance, but still drama nerd. You have all this stuff in that movie, but you also have all this stuff in high schools and then also apparently church groups. So it's still happening. We also have people in the church group that also are not as popular that don't care about those things and keep themselves or only have only certain amount of friends there and met people that are also like them, like outsiders and stuff like that. So again, not everything. But according onto this movie, he was an outsider. Scott was an outsider, and you can relate to that. He's an outsider, but he also still played basketball. But people still knew him because he played basketball. But he wasn't as popular until he turned into the wolf. When he turned into the wolf, everyone liked the werewolf. It was really weird because also most werewolf movies, like the Wolfman and the old Wolfman, the remake of the Wolfman, most people would be scared of a person turning into a werewolf. It's a human and a wolf mixed together. You wouldn't be scared of that? You wouldn't be scared of someone like this right here having fur all over his body and then claws. I mean, like his nails are like claws. Like you wouldn't be scared of that. I would be scared of that if I saw a werewolf in high school or a werewolf walking out in the neighborhood. I would be literally scared of that. But this movie shows you that they're just regular people, and it does. But then again, you have to think this is also a 1980s comedy movie. They do fun things. The beginning half of this reminded me of Back to the Future, and the rest of it kind of led into Back to the Future as well. But you get my point. It's supposed to be like this. But if you're dealing with reality, a werewolf can be scary to look at in real life or not. It depends on how your perspective is. Because they also made Twilight, they made vampires come out during the day, and they made them pale but not so scary, like they did with Dracula and all them. So you get my point. But you get my point on that, but you also get my point on the subgenres of high school stuff like that. It's completely nuanced to the whole thing. Because when you go back and watching this, it goes back. It goes when you go back and watching this, and go back to other watching movies like Mean Girls and Mean Girls and all this other stuff, which I'll promise you guys I'll do another versus 2007 to 2024, whenever that was made. Video again of Mean Girls, but you go back to those movies and you go back to any movies that have high school, it goes back to your high school years and what you did, or were you popular, were you the outsider, were you the in the chess club, were you in this and that? So yeah, or were you part of a church group that had this group of people, that group of people, that group of people, and they have their own little group of people, they have their own little side chat on Instagram or whatever that you're not a part of. So. It's all goes in the territory. But this was a really good movie about a wolf, a werewolf, that happens to be a teenager, and happens to be going to school, and he was instantly popular when he became the werewolf, and then people didn't want him to be the werewolf when in the beginning when he wasn't the werewolf, and even at the end when he wasn't the werewolf, people didn't like that, but people end up liking him for himself at the end, and that's the main lesson of this. So if you like this video, put a like, comment, if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and deuces.